Okay, so for the self-reflection part of my ePortfolio, I need to answer a few questions that were provided to us through our professor. And the first one that I need to answer is, in what ways has your technical writing style improved while you have been in this class? What kinds of instruction or activities have most improved your writing? So I think that from this course, I've really learned how to reread my work. I'm someone who usually just writes something and then submits it without really revising it. And I think that I've really learned through the assignments that we've had to revise my work because it pays off to make sure that you don't have any grammatical errors, to make sure that your piece actually makes sense instead of just writing it and submitting it. And I think the thing that's helped me most do that is all of the rough drafts that we've had to submit. So I can't really say it's one specific assignment. We've had multiple assignments where we've had to submit first, second drafts before we actually submit the final copy. Next is, what were the most important elements learned in this course and why? So I think if I go back to what I said before, the most important thing I learned is to revise my work. The professor has left multiple comments about making sure that I read the instructions clearly, make sure that I understand them, make sure that I don't proceed unless I'm completely clear on what I'm being asked. So I think that I've learned to really make sure that I understand what the assignment is before I move forward. What do you still need work on as a writer? I think I still need to work on making sure that I'm thoroughly reading my work because yes, I'll go back and revise, but I'm not sure that I'm really going back and being harsh on myself about my work. I think I kind of just reread it for grammatical errors, but not truly think about whether or not my sentences go together or if it's one coherent piece, and I think that's something that I need to work on still. What is the relationship between the technical writing, presenting, and analyzing you practice in this course and the writing, speaking, and thinking you need to do in your major field of study? So I think this really came out when we did the interview with the partner from our course. When I interviewed Jonathan from my class and he interviewed me, I really realized that lots of interviewers are going to be asking me questions, and if I can't formulate my responses and have them make sense and have them really be coherent, then I'm not going to get hired. So I know that I've always been a really great interviewer, but an interviewee, as in like I can answer questions appropriately and I can think of responses pretty fast. I think that something I haven't really worked on is being able to answer questions when they're on paper. How do I represent myself when a question is asked and I need to write a paragraph about it? I think that's something that has really been a weakness for myself. So yes, I've gotten the positions that I've wanted on campus, but how am I going to be able to use what I have now to get a job on the outside? So I think that this course has really helped me to put my responses down on paper. So talking about the relationship, I think that's the relationship. Taking what I've learned from this course and putting it into me applying for a job, me interviewing for a job. So I would have to say that's the relationship. But I do think this class has been a big help. Yeah, it's been a little bit of up and down with, having to remember deadlines and thinking, oh wait, wasn't that, due on Sunday? I have to get that done. So I think that especially because this course, the deadlines aren't really flexible, I think it really helped having such strict deadlines to make sure that I know, okay, I have to get that done. So although it was frustrating to have the strict deadlines, I do think that it helped more than it hurt. So I do think I've grown in this course, and I look forward to growing further until I graduate. So yeah, thanks.